And here we are on ESV Sanshorn Mist. This is an ESV map, isn't it?
Yes.
Was it? Okay, ESV Sanshorn Mist. Just wanted to double check. And here we have our Red Terran player from the team FX Open. It is the Towel Terran GuMiho.
Good. Luck have fun.
Luck have fun. And on the right side of the map, in the blue, from the team Dignitas, it is SeleCT.
Yes,
I wanted to pronounce the last two letters.
SeleCT.
Capitalized SeleCT.
I think that's what it is. SeleCT.
SeleCT.
Yes.
Very good.
God, I'm annoying. All right. So let's see here now as TVT to kick things off. Of course, we are still in the lower bracket. We are going to eliminate 2 more players today. So after today is done, there will be 10 players knocked out of the tournament, 6 players remaining. And we know we're going to lose another Terran player here, of course. I've got to hand it to our non-Terran players. Of the 3 Protoss, there's still 2 kicking around. Of course, we're going to see our lone Zerg player compete in the next best of 5 against
They
Polt.
only need to practice 1 matchup.
Yeah, no kidding.
Most of the time.
Yeah, Life's been like, all right, well, this is easy, man.
Yeah, he's like, I only need to practice CVT. And you know what, though? There's a chance if he wins his match that we'll see later today, he will play a Protoss, I believe. I looked at the brackets because I think he plays the loser of Creator versus Heroes. So
are we going to have a PVZ, possibly?
If Life wins, we will have a PVZ later on in the lower bracket. Yeah, so that could be something interesting.
I'm sorry.
You keep saying that word. I do not think it means what do you think it means?
I really hope for Life, though, because that would be awesome to see a PVZ. It would be neat to see. Well, man, we have the potential for a lot of non-mirror matchup between Terrans coming up soon. So we're going to have a definite PvP and possibly a PVZ after that. So,
well, you know what, though? For now, we're just going to have to watch some TVT. But you know what? The TVTs have been really entertaining so far. We've seen like a million proxy Marauder rushes. It's like all Rain does.
Rain.
But, you know, he also showed us some really cool builds, some very powerful all-ins. Nearly took out Polt. That was a close one here, but Polt managed to kind of hold it together in the end. It was a bit shaky, but it worked out.
Yeah.
No cheese from either of these guys early on. It looks like fairly normal openings. Looks like we're probably going to be able to expect a Reaper opening from SeleCT, most likely a Reaper. Oh, actually,
plus something.
Yeah, maybe a Reaper Hellion Medevac. We'll see. Rain did that one too. And on the left side of the map, we've got a 1-Rax expand from GuMiho, so nothing terribly out of the ordinary for either one of these players. SeleCT's build, a little bit less ordinary, but we have seen it, you know, a good amount of times.
Yes, we have, and we'll see what structures follow this. As you mentioned, could very well be that, you know, we saw Rain execute this with Reaper speed, 4 Hellions, and a Medevac, but Polt was actually able to hold it off and defend for a good period of time, and was able to rally back after that. We do indeed have a factory coming down. It's being built outside of the main. This is a Maka factory, I believe we're seeing.
A Maka fact.
A Maka fact.
I think this could be the first ever Maka fact that I recall seeing. So.
Yes.
SeleCT really playing things a little bit tricky here. I wonder if he's going to put his starport out there as well. Now, the last time we saw Rain do this yesterday, he did this with Reaper speed as well. Oh, SeleCT, don't lose your Reaper right away. Okay.
Yeah.
Almost did. You know, if it was Heart of the Swarm, that thing would heal up.
It would.
But not this time. This is Wings of Liberty, man.
Yes. I wonder, you know, I'm actually curious. Obviously, you know, Heart of the Swarm is quite a ways out, but how reluctant or how willing players are going to be to switch over? I think that's going to be a very telling time, you know?
I feel sad that Reapers are probably never going to get their time to shine in mid-game Terran versus Protoss, but, you know, that's life.
Except for the one I lost on ladder the other day to 6 Speed Reapers.
Oh, really?
We're not going to talk about it.
I think, you know, I don't know. You see it every once in a while. Even at the pro level, very rarely you do see it. Seen a QXC try it a few times here too, but I don't know why SeleCT is attacking this. All right.
Oh! Yeah. 1 Reaper down. Second almost down, but indeed he is putting that starport on the low ground.
It's getting Reaper speed too, so this is indeed going to be the Reaper Hellion Medevac build.
Yep, this is the one we saw Rain pull off the other day. Polt was able to defend against that. GuMiho doing a different approach than what Polt was. If we remember, that was what, game 3 or 4 of that set, so Polt was kind of already like, oh, okay, Rain, I know you're cheesing me every game now.
I believe it was even on this map.
Yes, it was on this map, as a matter of fact, because as you said before, the starport factory were built here for Rain.
That's right, yep.
And so Pult had kind of a very stout defense, and he was ready for cheese. GuMiho, not necessarily the case. He scans here, and because of the way SeleCT has positioned his building, it looks like a Reaper expand.
Yeah, it certainly does. Actually, this is really smart by SeleCT, the way that he's kind of constructed everything. And man, Reapers are fast once they get that upgrade.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
So GuMiho, he ended up going 4 racks out of this, double gassing afterwards. So he's going to have a lot of Marines, but they're all going to be pretty fragile. They're not very strong. They don't have upgrades, so this is a potential for SeleCT to get in and do some damage.
Yep, certainly is, and he's going to try to come from the top as well. That's probably the place that GuMiho is expecting it the least. And let's see what he can do. He's going to drop the Hellions up there on the high ground as well. It looks like one Hellion doesn't want to fly, he wants to drive. Okay, now he wants to fly.
He has to. He doesn't have a choice.
That's a lot of Marines out there for GuMiho. I don't know how well this is going to work.
We'll find out.
Whoa!
Marines do die very quickly, though, to those Hellions, and we'll see.
Oh,
God!
The SCVs.
Just lining themselves up, and how much more damage is going to be done. Already 9 workers have been killed, but most of the Reapers have gone down already. Look at the supply depot wall at the back. Very nice by GuMiho to turn around right in time, and SeleCT is going to have to get out of there. Just that one Marauder makes this a lot less powerful attack.
Well, this build is just so common. A little bit of a scouting Hellion here. Might be able to cinch a couple units, maybe even get a kill. SCV with the Marines.
Yeah, SCV.
Minerals, not Marines. He's not holding a Marine. An SCV holding a Marine would be an interesting unit.
Cuddling him.
Terran answer to the Hydra Roach. Oh, the medevac barely makes it out. Yeah.
All right, so let's see here now. More Hellions were being rallied across the map. SeleCT did decide to expand. He's morphing in his orbital command here. Worker count suggests that he is sitting on 30 workers to his opponent's 31, so he's not that far behind.
Doesn't just suggest, it tells us.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually explicit. It's right in front of my face. But it is 30 workers to 33, so SeleCT really not all that far behind economically, and of course is pretty far ahead in his tech, but his infrastructure is a little bit lacking. He does have a Banshee coming out, though.
You know, I haven't seen this Reaper Hellion medevac build work well for quite a while, but you gotta admit, he did take a big chunk out of the army, and he's going to take a big chunk out of the workers of GuMiho here, too, it looks like.
Oh, wow. GuMiho actually sent all of his units across the map, so he's way out of position right now, and the economy for GuMiho is just going to be ravaged. We'll see if SeleCT has enough back at home. He does decide to cloak. He will be able to get out of there with that Banshee, and that has got to be frustrating for GuMiho. Is he building up another scan right now? Yes, he is.
No.
Oh, and the missile turret is done.
Yep, very good multitasking by SeleCT right now, doing what he can with this, but this is such a strong army at the front of his base. You know, this is usually one of the best answers if your opponent goes for a really intricate sort of cheesy opening play. You just make a beefy army and then just go try to kill them with it.
Yeah.
Great idea by GuMiho. Is it going to be enough?
I don't know. What a crazy back and forth. Reinforcements are getting destroyed as they come out of the barracks. The Marines are all focused down, so it's just Marauders, and the Banshee's going to be able to clear up the rest, especially with a siege tank here, and it's extra damage to armored as well.
Wow.
So a barracks may go down, but I think SeleCT, oh, come on, react in time. I hope he's going to.
He's making stim on that barracks, too. It'd be in his best interest to repair that.
And it's just 15 supply now for GuMiho. We're at 27 workers to 8 and just 5 Marines. I think SeleCT has finally made this work.
GG.